There we go. I wanted to share this information with all of my friends on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and I wanted to share it with my YouTube subscribers, in addition to all the lucky people that are participating in this live broadcast. Let me scroll down here and look at the people that are here. Now, tonight I want to talk about my project launch script. Now, I've been teaching this to my advanced classes for years. And it was only about maybe 6 years ago that I introduced it into my boot camps, because it's really special. But as special as it is, it only works when you're using it with the right people. And for years, I was always concerned that if it became general knowledge to network marketers, that it would dilute its effectiveness. Well, I got over that. 6 years ago, we introduced it in our January boot camp, and the results that people had using it were astronomical. And so it's been a major part of my training ever since. The one thing, however, that I have to stress, you have to use it on the right people. And with all the information you know about someone from the contents of their profile and a little conversation, you can figure out who the right people are. Unfortunately, a lot of network marketers are taught, you throw enough stuff up against the wall and whatever sticks, sticks. Just blast it out to everybody. And we know that doesn't work. And if you don't know that doesn't work, well, try it for an extended period of time and you will figure it out. So we've been teaching it for 6 years. And as a result, social networks have changed, features have changed, the industry has changed, society has changed. And it's through working with all of you in boot camp and working with my coaching students that we have literally evolved like a caterpillar evolves into a butterfly. Variations of this particular script that makes it more powerful than ever before. And when it's used with the right person, you can close 8, 9, 10 people out of 10. So our new revised project launch script, which we're going to be introducing in our September boot camp, gets you immediate responses. It creates genuine curiosity with serious prospects. It'll generate serious interest. The people that you use it on want to know more. They want to know the details. It establishes a sense of urgency. It's a project launch. You're going to jump in or not. It produces fast, decisive action on the part of everyone that you use it on. It sets up immediate team duplication because it's easy to do. And you build faster teams. And along with faster team growth, you'll achieve faster rank advancement. Now, we talked about this a little bit over the weekend during our 3-day top earner retreat. And the question is AI artificial intelligence coming to network marketing. We've all called numbers and we end up talking to a recording that frustrating as hell. We want to get to a real person, but you've all dealt with that. And over the years, I've actually written some scripts for some companies, because when you're talking to a certain person and you can anticipate what they want, you can literally develop a series of scripts to move people along. So is AI coming to network marketing? It's been here. It's been a part of network marketing for 28 years. My scripts. The artificial intelligence revolution is all over the news, and it's predicted to transform business, government, society. And this year, it's taken a huge leap. I had a series of discussions with David Moses, who's a good friend, been master distributor in a number of companies, and is currently the top earner in Canada for Isogenics. Talked to 3 of my friends who are currently master distributors in network marketing companies to get their take on it, and they all agree. People that don't know me and my scripts want to know if artificial intelligence powered personalization will be a game changer for serious network marketers. The fact is that for 28 years, my proven scripts have served as a form of artificial intelligence to network marketers on AOL, MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn, and others. People that needed to know what to say to a serious prospect and how to recruit them, I hand it to you on a silver platter. Now, unfortunately, it's not an automatic thing, because as you ask questions, you're going to get different answers, a wide variety of answers. And you have to adjust. You can't go by the scripts past a certain point. Because when you're talking to a person, the answers to a question actually contain the seeds to your next question, as opposed to something that is artificially placed there. The more a person can relate to you and to your conversation, the deeper the relationship you're going to create. So we have a number of people that are here for the first time. So let me just take a moment and explain why you should be listening to me. Over the years, actually in the 90s, I broke the code to a social network called America Online. I have always been a little bit ahead of the curve in the things that I've gotten involved with. I introduced a computer system to the yacht brokerage industry in the 70s, before the internet. AOL was a social network, but back then it wasn't a social network. They didn't call it social networks. But I broke the code to AOL. We didn't have a lot of information about people. Their profiles were sketchy, but you had enough information about the person on the other end that you could text them and start conversations with people. So I use their texting feature to develop a formula and scripts that today you could say is a form of artificial intelligence, because you could use it unilaterally with all kinds of people. And it helped me add thousands of like-minded people to a network marketing business in 18 months. Everybody in my company wanted to know how I was doing it. So I started teaching everybody in my company. And when my company was sold to Prepaid Legal, something that was totally different that we all bought into. And leaders jumped. They went to other companies. They all wanted me to teach my formulas, share my scripts with their people. I went from 400 people to 7,000 people in 18 months. Over the years, I've trained or shared the formula and scripts with hundreds of thousands of affiliate and network marketers around the world, who in turn have trained and influenced the millions of people that they work with. My formula has been responsible for creating 2 generations of online 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. It's actually helped with the transformation of the entire network marketing industry from a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business to a virtual one. The spread of COVID in 2019 made working online even more popular. People started calling this the Max Method years ago, and they now call me the father of social networking. Some people call me the grandfather. I have one leader that calls me the godfather. Now, I've made millions teaching network marketers just like you, and I don't care where you are in your business. We have a number of $1 million earners that are here. We have a number of people that are just getting started in the business. And we have people that fall somewhere between the two. But I've helped people just like you turn a social network personal profile on every social network into an attraction marketing magnet, a platform that will enable you to impact millions of people and make you millions of dollars. You can go as far and as fast as you want to go. My track record of developing social media 6, 7, and 8-figure income earners in network marketing has become legendary among the people that know me. My mission in life is to help everyone with a strong desire to succeed in network marketing become a top earner using social networks. I love the business model. I love the industry. I'm not crazy about some of the things that are being taught out there and the struggles that people are going through unnecessarily. But hey, you do what you can do. Today, the fastest growing top earners in your business are going to tell you that they owe their success to my simple formula and my scripts. If you know them, they teach them to everyone that comes into their business, and as a result, they've got the fastest growing teams of excited distributors in their company. Unfortunately, 70% of the people that are in a network marketing company are orphans. They got into the business, someone shared a product, the person that got them into the business isn't there anymore. They're not part of a team. They struggle to find a way to build the business. If you're lucky enough to be on a team with a leader that understands social media, you are lucky. And if not, and you made it here, you're lucky too. And I feel sorry for the people that don't know about this. The simplicity and ease of teaching this to everyone that comes into your business is going to ensure immediate duplication. That's going to drive excitement, motivation, and rapid rank advancement deeper into their organization. You know, basketball players that have to take foul shots, okay, want to master that so that every time they're at the foul line, boom, they can put it in the basket. Anthony Robbins became prominent by teaching experienced basketball players to increase their closing rate, okay? Increase the number of baskets that they can make. And how do they do that? They put themselves in a state. We talked about this weekend. That helps them ignore everything that's going on around them, put them in a state where they can just, boom, shoot the basket, shoot the basket. The same thing happens when you're talking to people on a social network. You know so much about them that just by asking some simple questions, depending upon the answers you get, you know if the person on the other end is a serious prospect for your business or not. Now, everyone follows my formula and scripts because they enable them to enroll new distributors and customers into their business in less than an hour to a day. It's 4 steps, okay? First, you create a free LinkedIn and Facebook profile page. And after you've already got them, you don't have to create a new one. You just have to modify it so that the people that you want to talk to, the people that you know in advance, need what you have, want what you have, are going to respond to you. Then you instantly connect with perfect prospects. The beauty of this process is you are already connected to people, and a lot of the people you're already connected to would clearly be interested in what you're doing. Then it's a matter of communicating with all of them. This is the power. You control every conversation. And then you close the people that need what you have. You can do it in less than an hour a day. And finally, you teach the steps. You teach the steps to everyone that you bring into your business. And you're there. You become a recognized top earner. And with that comes leadership status, because everybody's going to want to know what you're doing. When you follow these 4 steps to the letter, they produce great results for you no matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter. At this very moment, you can connect with people that you already know who are perfect prospects for your business, or connect with complete strangers that you want to know who are clearly looking for a way to make full-time or part-time income from home. 4 steps are simple to follow. They're easy to teach, and they can be immediately duplicated by everyone that you bring into your business. Now, once you master the formula and scripts, you can immediately help your new recruits use them to bring people into their business, and obviously your business grows too. Help your new recruits become successful quickly, and they will stay in business with you. Everyone on your team can overcome and break through the greatest obstacle facing every network marketer, which is not having qualified prospects to talk to. Now, you're going to hear from all kinds of people about social networks. Instagram is great. Some of the leaders in your company are killing it on Instagram. They're killing it on Pinterest. They're killing it on YouTube. And what you have to do is you have to take a look at what are they doing on these social networks. And ask yourself at the same time, is that duplicatable? Is it something I could do? And the truth is, the answer is no. No. Social networks are a great source. It doesn't matter what the social network is, because it gives you direct access to other people. But if we look at all the social networks that are out there, and man, there are plenty. Facebook and LinkedIn are the 2 tops. But LinkedIn is 100 times better than Facebook. As a matter of fact, LinkedIn today is on fire. I have to admit, I was working with somebody earlier today in Facebook, and a connection request came up that I see on LinkedIn all the time. So it's a lot of the things that are happening on Facebook are happening on LinkedIn, but a lot of the things that are happening on LinkedIn are happening for the first time, because it's growing, it's attracting people, but it's attracting people that you don't need to be involved with. It's a shame, but it was inevitable. So let's talk about why. Objectively, there are 3 things that make a social network great. All right. And so anytime somebody wants to point you in the direction of Pinterest or Instagram, think of this: 3 things that make a social network great. No argument. First, it's the profile. Show me the only place that the only social network that you're ever going to find that provides as much personal information about someone to help you identify a perfect prospect for your business before you contact them. You got LinkedIn, which was a repository for work resumes. You couldn't ask for better information. You got Facebook. You don't have information about people on Yahoo, on YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest or any of those other ones. The only other social networks that you could go where you would have as much information as you have about LinkedIn or Facebook would be Match.com or a Silver Singles or a dating site, okay? Because those sites also give you incredible information about the other person. LinkedIn, you have their working history, you have their resume, and now LinkedIn makes it easy to pick out the people that are looking for work, that want to make more money. If you are not on LinkedIn now, you're missing the boat, okay? The ship has sailed. You're missing the boat. You need to get on LinkedIn as fast as you possibly can, because that's where the next generation of top earners in your business are going to come from. Actually, they're coming from there now. Only they're not going to tell you they're doing it on LinkedIn. A couple of years ago, I was at a Isagenix national event. It was in Vegas. And I did a session for two groups, two leaders that I've worked with for years. And then I went to the company, had a breakout session. There were about maybe 2,000 people in the room talking about social networks. And they had 4 of their hot, new distributors that had rank advanced and attributed their success to social network. And they're all up on stage and they're all answering questions about how you use Facebook. You know, one person was giving advice on the perfect time to post. All right. You want to post when people are going to see your post. The most people, you have to do it at 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sitting in the back of the room and I'm just kind of, really? Well, I'm in Florida. So when it's 7 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, it's 4 o'clock in the morning in California. What do we do about that? The truth is, it doesn't matter when you post. All you have to do is adjust your settings so you are visible, so people can think you're there, even when you're not. When people see the post, and they see that you're there, they are more inclined to write back to you. But as far as the contents of the profile, the information that you have to be able to pick out the best people for what you're trying to do, there's nothing better than LinkedIn. Nothing. Their profiles provide the most relevant information for you to pick out the best people. Okay, what's the second thing? The second thing is a texting feature that enables you to communicate directly and privately with other network users. Engage them in conversation via text. That when you follow my scripts, will result in enrolling new business builders, not customers, business builders. AOL. What made AOL so almost indispensable around 1995, 1996, 1997 was that you could literally jump on there and talk, communicate with folks. People got addicted to AOL. They charged for 40 hours of AOL time. I think it was something like $25, $28. And then after the 40 hours were up, it was charged to your phone bill. You paid by the hour. People were spending $500, $600, $700 charging to their phone bill, their AOL time. And then in December of 1996, AOL went to their full unlimited access for 1995, and they just exploded. They had a texting feature. All of the social networks that have grown and expanded over the years all had texting features. Texting features enable you to communicate with other people, but they now have helpful tools attached to them that let you share images, files, GIFs, and a wide assortment of emojis. As bandwidth expanded, the ability to send moving images, share videos, has increased dramatically. The use of moving images when you communicate with other people puts you at the head of the class, the head of the line. LinkedIn added a instant meeting or a Zoom session built right into their instant messaging feature. So you're talking to somebody that's interesting, you want to take it to the next level, you want to do a face-to-face, boom, you're there. Great information about the person you're talking to. The ability to communicate directly with the other person. And this is where artificial intelligence comes in. My students know if you follow the scripts, if you ask the questions at the right time, you could literally walk your people right into your business by texting. It happens over and over and over again. However, once you start the process, you just can't go down a list of questions on your list. Because we ask a question and the person's going to answer that question. Most people will answer you in a predictable form. But if you really want to deepen the relationship, there are better questions to ask that come up in the response to your other question. Follow the content of their messages as opposed to the scripts exactly. And you will end up learning so much about the other person. You'll close more sales. Okay, profiles, texting feature. Now, the third feature is a searching feature that enables you to filter through the entire network population using keyword and advanced keyword searches to prospect and recruit perfect cream of the crop prospects for your business according to your desired demographics. Three things. Any social network that has those three things, and a lot of them do. Pinterest has a profile. Twitter, or it's now called X, they all have profiles. But the amount of information that you can pull off of any of those profiles is so minimal. It's so sketchy. Nothing beats LinkedIn. Okay? Nothing. LinkedIn is so hot now. I had people coming up to me at that Isagenix event, and they kept asking, Max, how come these success people that are up on stage, how come nobody is talking about LinkedIn? How come? Let me show you why. This is what I said to everybody. If you knew that you could go over to LinkedIn, okay, and you could do a search. Company is having a big event in Atlanta in a month. All right. And you knew that you could jump on LinkedIn and do a search for people. Personal trainers. So on LinkedIn, in general, you have 626,000 personal trainers. Okay, but this event, I'm going to switch locations. Instead of Atlanta, I'm going to say Miami. All right. So I go over here and I could look for personal trainers. I could do it in Florida, but I'm going to do it in Miami. And I got Miami, and I got Miami Beach, and I got Fort Lauderdale. These are all so close together. Because if somebody says they're in Miami, they're in Miami. So if you're going to do a search that way, you would do Miami, Miami Beach, and you do Miami, Fort Lauderdale. But for simplicity, I'm just going to do Miami right now. So there are 2,300 personal trainers in Miami. All right. I mean, I just want to meet 5 or 10 that I could introduce to the company, meet them at the company event. Now, LinkedIn has something called Sales Navigator. Let's go over to Sales Navigator. So here we had 2,300. You go over to Sales Navigator, they got 4,500. Why the extras? Because Sales Navigator digs deeper into the profile. All right. Now let's come down here. To their filtering parts. Now this whole Sales Navigator thing has changed. So I go over to geography. I'm going to pull Miami out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, and instead of region, I'm going to put in postal code. Now my postal, so right now there are within 5 miles in Miami. Well, actually we have to pull the trigger. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the postal code. And I'm going to put in 33180. Now I have 974 within 5 miles of where I am. Well, but let's do 1 mile. So 153 people within 1 mile of where I live. Well, you know, if somebody is really interested in a business, 25 miles, that's about a 30-minute car ride. You got 9,500. Well, that's a 30-minute car ride in Miami. It's probably a 2.5-hour car ride in California. If we go out 50 miles, that's going to pick up Lauderdale. It's going to pick up Palm Beach. You got 13,500 personal trainers. So the question that I put to everybody is, are you going to stand up in the front of the room? Because what people want to know how it was that you have the fastest growing team. You have rank advance in record-breaking time. Are you going to stand up in front of the room and tell everybody you're doing this on LinkedIn? Of course not. Of course not. You might share it with members of your team, but everybody else out there is your competition. Well, that was in 2017. LinkedIn is totally different today. We go back to 2017 and we see what is LinkedIn today. It's a totally different animal. It has never been faster. It has never been easier to make the right connections. Okay. Now I'm going to pop over here because in the September boot camp, one of your tools, and by the way, as soon as you register for this September boot camp, you're going to have access to the recorded sessions of our August boot camp. So you don't have to wait until September the 7th. You can start right away. Profile guide will help you adjust your profile. Of course, that's what we're going to do in boot camp. But now you got the scripts. You want to talk about artificial intelligence? You're looking for, what do I say next? It's all in here. Start the conversation. There's a message. Respond to somebody that asks you a typical question. There's a message. Artificial intelligence. Anybody that tells you that you can build a business without talking to people is lying to you. Anybody that can tell you that they've got a system, well, I mean, all you got to do is feed it leads. We've got this thing all built in. They're lying to you. They're trying to sell you something. All right. So let me come back. And Barbara wants to know, should we know what experience they've had with network marketing before sharing the project launch? Not necessarily. Realistically, yes, you do. But the project launch is used to get someone to say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in what you're doing. So before you go into detail, you would ask, what do you know about network marketing? Okay. It all depends on where you are in the relationship that you have with people. So now let me come back over here. Well, here, while I'm here. So here is the project launch script. Hey, I'm about to launch a special new project, work with 3 people to help them become top earners in my company over the next 90 days. All right. Now, I'm reaching out to you because you have the aptitude, ability, experience, mentality. You pull this information off their profile to be very successful. Would you like to know the detail? We have taken this and we have just loaded it up with subtle words, additional words, different strategies. It's subtle, but it is producing better responses. It is helping everybody. Let me come back over here. And let me share the screen. Pop over here. Okay, now. So you got 970 million professionals. And we know we could pick out by what these people do. We could pick out the people that we want to talk to. The keyword search will help you identify perfect prospects. The advanced search will help you locate people looking for new opportunities. The notifications / celebrations will enable you to follow the activity of your prospects. You got live chats, so you can talk to people, qualify them with questions, enroll leaders, because that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for customers. And for that matter, if you're going to enroll a distributor, somebody that wants to build a business, let's get really specific. Enroll a leader or somebody that has the potential to become a leader. You know what your prospects are doing when they're doing it. You got a direct link to YouTube. And you have a direct link to X. That was Twitter. You have a smartphone app that's going to give you video features, and you can talk to people wherever you are. That portable app made it easier for you to conduct your business. You do it wherever you are, whenever you want. LinkedIn's live video feature will enable you to, do live broadcasts, and Facebook's had that for years. And now they've added a live meeting or Zoom feature. All right. So I'm going to fast forward here because I want to get to that script. Well, I like to share success stories. Sam sponsored 12 people. It was 2 weeks after our last coaching session, he enrolled 12 people. 21 people in 3 weeks using the project launch script on the right people. So, project launch script. There are lots of opportunities for you to start a conversation with someone. And that's what it's all about. As you're talking to somebody, you're trying to learn enough about them to decide, is this someone a prospect? And so there are 5 profile tweaks that you can do that will start conversations. And during the conversation, you're going to pull out and use that project launch script. I'm going to run by these because and I'm going to run by Joanne, who not only used the project launch script for Maluga business. First month we worked together, she doubled her business. The second month she tripled it. And then she found she could also use this and apply it to her insurance business. She signed up 40 insurance agents in 1 month. Now she's selling something for this other company. I'm gonna flip by all of these things. Why you should be using LinkedIn. And the truth is, you can't fail. Because when you know enough about the other person, it's like picking out a green M&M out of a bowl of candy. You can beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects, produce immediate results, faster enrollments, position yourself as an authority to everyone in your niche market, ensure you'll be chosen over your competitors, enroll experienced leaders and many more new reps, and duplicate the process with everyone on your team. I'm going to flip past all of this. Changing your picture will generate all kinds of activity. In some cases, it'll enable you to re-engage people that you haven't talked to in years. Secret to making consistent sales is to stop selling. Instead of pushing for the sale, ask your prospect questions, make statements, and help your prospect talk about their problems so you can show them that you have the solution to their problem, and you're going to use the project launch script to qualify them. %, 90% closing ratios. So how would you feel if you knew in advance that the people you were talking to needed what you're selling and had the skills necessary to be successful? How would you feel if you were never rejected when you told someone about your business? You'd feel like she does. How would you feel if you knew that you would never have to feel like you're begging or chasing anybody? How would you feel if you knew exactly what to say so people who are looking for what you have go, please pick me, pick me, pick me? Artificial intelligence, you don't know what to say. So artificially, you're getting it from my scripts. It's not coming from you. The interesting thing, though, is the more you use the scripts, those scripts will become a part of your presentation when you talk to people. Now, the greatest texting strategies that I've ever created have just gotten greater. All right, changing your picture is one. Wishing someone a happy birthday or a happy holiday is another. And I'm going to blow by this. And it's all about texting. What you put out there starts conversation. Now, I've got all kinds of success stories here, but I want to fast forward. I'm going to give you 2 websites where you can get holidays for the holiday strategy. For those of you that are students, you want to pull up a calendar for September, October, November. That's 90 days. You might as well do December too. And identify when is your company having events. Now, there are all kinds of official holidays and unofficial holidays. You add to that the dates that your company is having events, because you can literally prospect around the event. You have over 50 holidays in September, 50 holidays in October. You got here on the 14th, National Dessert Day. On the 13th, you got World Egg Day. I would stay away from No Bra Day. Okay. I mean, some of these holidays, I don't know where they come from. National Pumpkin Day on the 26th. Well, that's getting close to Halloween. November, we got all kinds of holidays. Love Your Lawyer Day. National Pickle Day. National Espresso Day, Black Friday. Leading into December. All right. So when you post, that creates a whole series of tactics, a whole series of opportunities to talk to people. And we've shown that when you post moving images, it increases your results by 10 times. Moving images. People respond to you faster when you post a moving image, a GIF. All of this is designed to start conversations. A comment and a share becomes a like becomes a prospect, become a lead, leads become prospects, and prospects become business builders or customers when you talk to them. All right. So here we have the project launch. All right. So as we said at the beginning, it creates immediate response, curiosity, interest, sense of urgency, fast decisive action, immediate duplication, faster team growth, faster rank advancement. Now, one of the ways you can use it is you can search for people, your existing connections, people that you're connected to that are already looking, seeking. Start a conversation with them. But remember, it only works when it's used with the right people. All right. I'm about to launch a special project to work with 3 people on LinkedIn and help them go to the top of my company. If you're familiar with your comp plan, you can build that in and mention some money. But we've added and help them go to the top of my company in the next 90 days. I'm about to work with 3 people and help them go to the top of the company, become top earners. We have a multitude of phrases that you can put in there. And that all depends on who you're talking to. So the responses that people get, I recontacted 100 people with a launch script, and over 75 people responded. They weren't sending these out to strangers. They were sending them out to people they were already connected with. Haven't had a chance to tell everyone yet. I love this. So far, I've enrolled 11 people. My team's on fire. It's been a long time since anyone was this excited. The 75% response rate, 15% close. I sent out 100 project launch messages. These are to people that you're already connected to. Over 2 days, and 87 people responded. That's an 87% response rate. I showed the business to 50 people, and I've enrolled 15 of them. The 30% closing rate. Now, let me give you some examples. Marissa was building a Maluka business. Okay, and she previously was an eBay store seller. She did it for about 5 years. Let me show you what she did. So we go over to LinkedIn. All right, and we'll do a search. People that have an eBay store. And we're going to take it out of Miami. So there are no less than 2,600 people on LinkedIn that have eBay stores. We could also do eBay seller. 2 characteristics that she's involved with. You got 7,700. So you have close to 10,000 people that she could talk to, right? So now what does she do? She goes back to these people. Now keep in mind, this was over the holiday season. She enrolled 13 people in 10 days. Sent me the first message on the 15th. It's 9 days before Christmas. I enrolled 2 people in my Maluka business yesterday. Thanks to you and your scripts, and I got 2 appointments for tomorrow. 5 days later on the 20th. Oh my God, I'm up to 6 new enrollments since I started last week, and I never thought it would be so easy. 26th. Max, I've enrolled 13 prospects in 10 days. 6 are business builders. You are all heading down this exact same road. The project launch script is used once we've identified that there's a need. And we have a variation of the project launch script if the person does not demonstrate a need. But it's not a shot in the dark either. All right, so let me do this. Let me come down, look at who's here. Kurt, let me just run down this list. Kurt, send me a message over on LinkedIn. And same thing with you, Fred. I've got I'm gonna be doing something outrageous. Okay, and that, I mean, you guys are at the top of the game already. So just shoot me a message over there, because I've been meaning to text both of you, and things are just totally out of control. But it has to do with starting Social Networking University. All right, so let's take a look at Timothy here. See, most people don't realize you're invisible. And I'm going to pop up here, and I'm just going to put in the chat. So if we're not connected, that's a link to my LinkedIn profile. So reach out and connect with me, okay? So let's see, Timothy. So Timothy, do you see yourself here?
Let me see. No, I don't.
Do you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes, I put it together today.
Okay, so what city are you in?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay. See if you'll come up this way. See yourself here?
Nope.
Well, there's,
Someone must have did wrong.
I don't know, there's 71. So it's possible that you're here. But it all has to do with your settings. So like I said, I sent you check the text, send me a connection request on LinkedIn, and figure out what you're doing wrong. Let me come up here and look at, and I'm just doing this for names that I'm not familiar with. So whatever. Okay, so here's Everett. All right, now Everett, let me unmute Everett. And so the first thing, Everett, that, let me go back. Okay, so I'm looking here and I see you've got 797 followers. And the fact that I can see your followers tells me that your settings are off, because it's not about how many people are following you. You want people to be able to connect with you. Okay, so that's a profile adjustment. All right, and okay, so on your profile here, your position in the company is at the top in bold, and the company that you're working for is in smaller case. So here, Ultimate Real Estate. Here, your broker or a licensed, a real estate salesperson. Here, you got your own company, which frankly says a lot. You're entrepreneur.
Okay.
You're entrepreneur. Now we come up here. Now you got the same thing, Ultimate Asphalt and Concrete. That's the name of the company. So
Right.
that should go at the bottom. And president, founder should go up at the top. So,
Okay.
so we got all of those things. Let me come back over here now. Now, the last part of it is if you're involved in direct sales or network marketing, then you want to have another entry for that. Okay, only you don't want to call it the name of your company. It needs to be something that creates interest and curiosity.
Okay.
What networking business are you working with?
Envision You.
What was the name of it?
The letter N, then Vision, then You, all one word.
Well, folks, I mean, every day I learn about new companies. So what's the product?
Well, they have health and wealth products. We
Okay.
offer some sprays, and we have a superfood juice, and we have offer some wealth building courses.
Okay. So then you want to create a whole separate entity for that.
Okay.
But without using the name of the company.
Okay, gotcha.
And so, and of course, that's going to make people curious about what you do. Let me come over here and pull something up.
Really done anything with my LinkedIn, so I'm glad that you're introducing this to us.
Yeah. Edward, how did you find out about me?
I've had your course before, but I opened another business and I got kind of sideswiped. So I just came back around. I signed up for one of your boot camps in the past. So I'm just dusted it off again. I'm going to start on it again tomorrow.
Super. How long ago was that?
3 months, probably about 3 months ago.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put in the chat window for everybody. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. For those of you, well, first, let me put in the chat the link for the September boot camp that's going to be starting on September the 7th. But you could register today. And you could jump into it and start today because you're gonna have access to the previous boot camp. Additionally, for those of you that are boot camp students or that were in last month, I'm gonna give you the link. We have our 90-day boot camp challenge, which is something that you might wanna consider looking at. We have a special promotion for that, and it includes participating in our Saturday masterminds. So we're basically here to help all of you do whatever it takes to I don't always get a chance to work with everybody in boot camp, so you have to speak up. Let me come down here and look. Okay, Carrie's back. Let's come over here and okay, so now notice we can see that Carrie's online. He's in Isogenics. So Carrie, we're glad you're back. And so again, this is again what we want to do is we want to not talk about our Isogenics business. We're here to talk about you. So for example, let me come up here. All right, so let's take a look at Fred. Fred's in Isogenics. All right. And if we look at Fred's profile, there's nothing that here that he talks about Isogenics. He's been in network marketing a long time. He's $1 million earner. But he's given his network marketing business a name, Worldwide Wealth Achievers Association. That makes some people curious about who he is, about what he does. Right? And he's actively posting. And so when you look at his profile, he was a juvenile probation officer for 5 years. He was a truck driver for 3 years. And in 1984, he got into network marketing, but he doesn't say anything here about the companies he was with. He's got his company name, and then he's the founder, he's the CEO, he's the CMO, the Chief Motivating Officer. This creates curiosity. When people look at your profile and they see this, when you reach out to people, see if you reach out to somebody and they see you're in network marketing, you're in Isogenics. The perfect prospects in your business, the people that you know, absolutely, you could bet the farm that if they knew about Isogenics, they'd sign up. Problem is, if they're that obvious, you're not going to be the first person in Isogenics that reaches out to them, and most of them step all over themselves, turn them off to the process. You need to be you, not anyone else, right? And that's the power of this. Let's come over here and let's look at Linda, or no, Lydia. Hey, Lydia, do you see yourself here?
I haven't set up a page yet.
Okay,
I'm not tech savvy. I didn't come with a chip.
nah, okay, are you on Facebook at all?
Yeah, I've got to redo all of that. It
Yeah,
all has to be redone.
That's all right. Well, we're all works in progress. Let's see if we can find you on Facebook.
I actually have 2 accounts on Facebook right now. The other one is my maiden, another name that was more active.
Okay, do you see yourself here?
Nope. Nope, nope. That's a common name.
Well, yeah,
Wow. You can narrow it down with my city.
okay, let's try that.
It's Picayune, Picayune, Mississippi, MS.
Probably we could have just searched for Mississippi
Okay.
and that would have been better. Some of this, sometimes the searches don't, when we're putting in city
Yeah.
or state, it doesn't work. So what network marketing you working with?
Pardon?
What network marketing company you're trying to work with?
Melaleuca.
Okay, you got a number of people here from Malibu.
Right.
Okay, so what I did was I put in a link in the chat to participate in boot camp. And when you register for boot camp, what we're going to do is we have a profile guide that will step you through the entire process of setting up both your Facebook profile and your LinkedIn profile, if this thing will ever load.
I have that downloaded.
Okay. And so basically, you work on that, you go through it.
Right.
And then what we're going to do in boot camp over 4 sessions is we're going to help you. Now, again, you've got access to the August boot camp, so you can get started right away.
I'm going to do that too.
Okay, all right, good. And then just jump on these sessions. And will help you. The best part about this is, when you think about it, is that you have 2 weeks before boot camp actually starts.
Right.
So you're ahead of the game. Get started, jump on these Ask Max sessions, and we'll help you get the thing going faster. Our goal in boot camp is to help everybody make 5 sales before boot camp is over. So the sooner and now, it depends. It depends on what you're trying to sell. Okay, it really does. Everybody is unique. I mean, you could be using your profile to oops. You could be using your profile to sell anything. Okay, so here's Tim. Now, folks, let me just say that, man, these things are just pouring in, these bogus profiles.
Hmm.
So we come down here and, you know, you can, they're all from China. She sent me a message. She's, her family lives just. You basically, you want to avoid them, okay? It's not. They're not worth your time. So let's take a look at Tim. So yeah, Tim, you're just, like I said, you're just getting started. But you're not going to want to have this open to work frame around your picture, okay? Because you're not open to work. I mean, you're looking to reach out to people. Good picture though. All right. Now tomorrow is Tuesday. We'll have an Ask Max session at 9:30 and another one at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll continue that schedule up until boot camp. And one of the reasons why I suggest, if you're considering getting into boot camp, that you get into boot camp early, is we have a special script for the Labor Day holiday, which is, the first weekend in September, which you're all going to want to use. And I could bring up dozens and dozens of examples of people who have just, they're killing it. You're coming into what is probably the busiest season of the business. Summer's over. And the one thing I just want to share with all of you is your business is not going to slow down over the holiday season. It's not going to slow down. As a matter of fact, you can do more business in November and December. Let me just take a look at Chris. Here we go. Let me just do something really quick here. Okay, you can't see what I just did. I'm going to pop it in here. So what you want to do is, swap that picture with the one that's in there. And you're a lot of extra space you don't need. Okay, so folks, I will be back tomorrow. All I can say is there is never been a better time to be in your business.
That's what I was thinking.
More people, this is historic. The worse the economy gets, the more people in network marketing become successful. in 2019 and 2020, when COVID hit, people were killing it. You know, I think you said you were in network marketing. The network marketing people, I helped, I think it was something like 36 or 38 people from January to April hit senior director. They all went to the convention as senior directors. And if you have it just an hour or two a day to start, you can all be talking to perfect prospects for your business. So with that being said, if there's anybody here that is interested in my coaching program, just type coaching, put it in the chat window, and one of my staff members will be reaching out to you. This has been a phenomenal year. This is my 28th year, in network marketing, and I have had more coaching students achieve success this year than any other previous year. And it has a lot to do with the economy. It has a lot to do with all these companies that are closing. It has a lot to do with people that are looking for work. And so let me just share this for those of you that are existing students. And this is something that you're going to want to do. You go over to your network, go over here to your connections. All right. Search with filters. And then come up here and you'll do a search, type in looking. Do another search for searching, seeking, and open. Looking, searching, seeking, and open. So here's 1,300 people that I'm connected to that are looking for an opportunity. And all you have to do is click on message. And you have no idea how many people that you're connected to that you've never talked to. Now, the interesting thing is if we bring up his profile, so we've been connected since 2021, but we've never talked. You can do the same thing with your celebration feature. Easiest thing here, you could do it for people that are having work anniversaries or job changes, but birthdays is the easiest. I like easy. Okay. So here's somebody that I've been connected with for 8 years. She had a birthday today. We've never talked. She's in Mary Kay, or at least she was in Mary Kay when we started working together. Since we talked, well, we never talked, we just connected. Now, the question, of course, is she active? So you got to look at her profile. You got to come down here. And she's in mortgages. I mean, that business is going to hell in a handbasket. So she hasn't posted anything. Let's go over here. This is also comments. Hasn't made a comment. Let's go to reactions. Well, she reacted to this 2 years ago. So wishing this woman a happy birthday is a flaming waste of your time. All right. So there are subtle little things that you're going to be able to do with some of these new features that LinkedIn has made. This, by the way, is how Sam is signing up one person a day. he's going back and he's looking at people that he's already connected with. And what's kind of fascinating is here we can see how long ago we've been connected. 5 years ago. Never talked. I could almost guarantee that 20 to 25% of you that are students, if you go in there and do this, you're going to find people like this that you've never talked to. But before you reach out to them, she just stopped here in 2018. Before you reach out to these people, well, she commented on this 3 weeks ago, so that's enough. All right, did she post anything? Posted something a year ago. How about reactions? She reacted on this 2 days ago. So we know she's active, and the only people you want to reach out and communicate with are people that are active. You may be connected with them. Fred, I got to share that comment with you. When you turn your computer on, you leave it on, okay? You adjust your settings so that whether you're there or not, when people look at your profile, they think you're there. Max, you know, when I was building a business back in the AOL days, I had a friend that owned a yoga studio, and I went to his yoga class. I went to a yoga class. He came sailing with me once, and then he calls me up. And he says, "Max," he says, "I'm really, really concerned about you." He says, "You got to have a life." He says, every time I pop on AOL, you're there. 4 o'clock in the morning, you're there. Sunday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're there. You got to get off of AOL. And I never told him, okay, but just give people the appearance that you're there. And the reason you want to do that is people are going to be more inclined to respond to a message, a like or a comment of something that you do if they think you're there, but you don't have to be there. Just adjust your settings so that you're always online, and just never log out of Facebook or LinkedIn. With that, I'll talk to all of you tomorrow. I really hope to see all of you in boot camp, because some of these new things that LinkedIn is creating is just going to make it easier for all of you to achieve whatever level of success you're trying to achieve in your business. So until next time, best of luck.